Okay, so I'm recording outside today with my mic over here, and yeah, we're testing out a new mic. We're testing out the natural lighting, and we're gonna see what happened to this transmission over here. So it's a stock 020. I did diff bolts on it 9 months ago, and it blew up in the end of the 9 months. It broke a fourth gear. I'm certain of the fourth gear, as I can see through this little hole right here. And yeah, we're just gonna tear it apart. We're gonna see how it looks. I have a theory of what happened. I know this gear wasn't 100%. It had missing teeth or slightly chipped teeth. Not actually slightly, quite severe chipped teeth. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna disassemble this. I don't know why it broke fourth gear, but we're gonna see that. I think it might be to do with the free play on the shaft, the output shaft, and the output shaft correlates to the meshing inside the gears. So we're gonna see what happened over there, and yeah, I'll show you guys. Okay, so I almost forgot to wrap up this video. But yeah, so it was only fourth gear that looks pretty bad. The others are all still fine. I could still use them. I just need to smooth out the surfaces. The final drive doesn't look much worse than I left it, which was still pretty bad. Just looking at it from the top, I can't really see much, but the bolts obviously still held pretty well. The diff, which has, as you can see right there, that's a missing half over here, right there. That's a chip, and it still holds well. So my thoughts on what happened here is, firstly, this is a 8 valve transmission. So the 16 valve O2Os have a thicker output shaft on the transmission. So the shaft is thicker on them, and that's quite a bit stronger, because what happens with these two columns is they actually flex apart from each other. They bulge in the middle while the ends are still held in the case. So they bulge, and then causes the gears to be out of mesh. It causes the gears to be out of mesh. So that happens on these transmissions, and I know it's a weak point on it, but I don't think that's what happened on this one, because I think you need a lot of power to do that. But I think I still have a lot of power left before that becomes a problem. So for this transmission, I think it was just the... Okay, so another thing is the fourth gear wouldn't have... the fourth gear supported quite well. So because the bearing is right here and the other bearing is over here, it's all supported well, so very little flex. So I think this fourth gear is probably just weak, because this is a odd ratioed fourth gear. It's not the typical fourth gears. It's an older style fourth gear, and the fourth gear that was on the shaft when I bought this transmission was actually broken. Let me show you that fourth gear. Yeah, so this is that fourth gear. That gear right there. So as you can see, it's shred off all the gears on top, all the way around. And this wasn't replaced, but I replaced this gear. So this gear is stronger than this, or this was much more worn than this gear, since these two were running together in that place. So I think this gear was probably just weak or very worn. As you can see on this gear, the coloring on it, it's quite dark. So I think this gear overheated at some point, or it might have just got heat from the damage. But so I think it was just a matter of worn fourth gear, or not well meshed fourth gear as well. So I could easily rebuild this, put another fourth gear on here, but I do want to keep my bolts, as this bolts don't even need any drilling on the diff, on the cage, or on the gear. So I do want to get another stock output shaft with its appropriate gear and put it in here. But then I do want to get a dial gauge as well, so I can measure the end play and do the right preload procedure on it so that it doesn't flex when I go for more power. So that's the verdict for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed and liked. If you did like it, you can drop a like or drop a sub. Peace.